It begins as a rumor whispered among night shift taxi drivers. They call her the passenger who never arrives. Some laugh it off as folklore, a story invented to kill the long hours of the night. But others, those who have seen her in their mirrors, swear with trembling voices that she is real. They say once you meet her, you never forget her hollow eyes. The earliest tale comes from the late 1970s. A driver named Emile was returning from the outskirts when he noticed her. She stood beneath a broken streetlight, her figure pale, her white coat glowing faintly in the mist. Slowly, almost stiffly, her hand lifted to signal a ride. What would you have done? Would you have stopped for her? Or would you have pressed harder on the gas, pretending you hadn't seen anything at all? Emile stopped. The young woman entered without a word. Instantly, the temperature inside the cab plummeted. Frost curled along the edges of the windshield, though the night was warm. Emile asked for her destination. Her voice, faint as ashes in the wind, gave one word: home. But what kind of home waits in a neighborhood reduced to ash and ruin? She gave an address Emile knew well. Rows of houses destroyed years earlier in a devastating fire. Families had perished there. No one lived there now, yet he drove. The silence pressed in like a weight. He glanced in the rearview mirror again and again. Each time, her reflection was hazy, distorted, as though the glass itself refused to hold her image. At last, they arrived. Emile turned to tell her the fare. The seat was empty. No door had opened, no sound had stirred the air. She was simply gone. What lingered was a smell, charred wood, acrid smoke that clung to the cab for weeks. If you were Emile, would you have gone back to work the next night? More reports followed, always the same description: a pale woman in a white coat, eyes empty, voice barely a whisper. Some drivers claimed she asked strange questions. Is my fiancé waiting? Or, are the children still laughing? Her words always tied to the fire, to the family swallowed in the blaze. Yet always she disappeared before the journey was complete. Not every driver dared to stop. In the 1990s, a man named Carol admitted he saw her but kept driving. He remembered the way her eyes followed him in the headlights. Minutes later, his engine failed. His cab rolled to a stop in front of the very ruins she had named to Emile years before. Imagine being alone, the night air silent, your headlights dimming on burned houses. What would you feel? Would you stay inside the car, gripping the wheel, or would you run into the darkness? Carol heard it then. 3 soft knocks on the rear window. Against every instinct, he turned. She was there, not outside, inside, already seated in the back, her hollow eyes staring through him. Carol abandoned the cab, leaving it idling in the middle of the road. He never drove again. Over the years, blurry dash camera footage has surfaced. Some show a pale figure flickering in the back seat. Others captured whispers through the static, "Take me home." Skeptics dismiss it as fatigue, tricks of the imagination. But if it's just exhaustion, why do they all describe the same scent of smoke, the same sudden frost, the same distorted reflection? Who is she? A bride who waited for a fiancé who never returned from war? A mother who could not reach her children in the flames? Or something older, an echo of grief itself, tied not to one tragedy but to the road, cursed to wander forever? Even now, new reports emerge. Drivers claim they've seen her, standing on the roadside as the fog swallows the world. Her hand rises slowly, her face unreadable, her eyes searching. Some stop, some speed away, yet all who see her feel it afterward. the sense that she has followed, the weight in the back seat, the invisible breath on the neck. So tell me, if you were driving alone tonight and saw her standing in the distance, would you stop? Would you risk letting her inside, knowing she never stays until the end? Or would you drive on, hoping she does not choose you, because she is called the passenger who never arrives? And whether you open the door or not, if she wants to, she will find her way inside. And once she does, she may never leave.